Alright, today we're going to be lowering this X3 2016 F25. It already has a limited levels forged wheels, but the tire gap is ridiculous. And I think we're going to be putting bigger tires because it's still not going to be low enough for that. But anyways, yeah, let's start. And we're going to learn together today. It's a custom wrap. VT Carholics in Sarasota, Florida did this one. So reach out to him if you want to get it wrapped. It's a nice color. And it's like paint quality. Pearlescent. Even the roof got wrapped. Mean little thing. We're going to be using H&R Springs. We're going to lower the front first. So let's jack this car up and get started. But first, let's check out these wheels. Oh yeah. Custom made, custom engraved, custom fitment. Once this gets lowered, it should be flush. Let's see if that's true. Well, step one, open the hood. We got the N55 on this one. We're going to be unscrewing that bolt. This bolt, 13 mil, and there's one back there, and because of that, we gotta remove the cowl cover. The cowl cover, sorry. Both sides, same thing, same problem. The last bolt. All right, I lied. So if you take off both of these covers, there's a plastic cover hiding that bolt with a T30, T27. Let's see. And that plastic cover comes off, and we can finally get the last bolt. All right, T30, 2 screws. One's right here. One's down there, as I showed you. And now we can move this whole thing. Look at that. Get to that bolt. That's what we needed. Oh, look at those. Very nice. There's the part number if you need it. Alright, so for this part, we're going to need an 18 mil T40 and some kind of screwdriver. We're going to take this rubber out. You might not even need that. Just use your hand. I'll put my phone down, but all it is 2 metal tabs into the rubber gasket. Push it off so we can get to that. Alright, so yeah, 2 hands, both sides, it comes right off. Get out of that, out of the way. We're going to unscrew this by putting this in there. Somehow, not a lot of distance in there, more room. So I'm going to do this, just hold it in place while I use that T40 to unscrew this. This needs to come off. So never mind on that T40, at least mine. I just got an 18 mil, and I did not need to hold the star bit in the middle, and it went right off. No problem. So now I can push this out, pop it out, lay it down, and then we're gonna go to this bolt to release the cylinder. Alright, so I did my 3rd jack lower until that's pretty much straight, no angle on that, so I can hammer it out. Easy peasy when there's no pressure on it. Voila. This can lay down. Now we're going to move on to that bolt. For this step, you're going to need a 16 mil wrench and an 18 mil socket. 16 mil wrench goes on this side. You got to hold that while you unscrew the 18 mil bolt on this side. Alright, easy peasy. Next step, we're going to be on top. 3 bolts. 13 mil. And then the last one's underneath that. Alright, to get the last bolt, we actually forgot the 10 mil plastic nut. So once you unscrew that, this will come loose. You can get access to that 3rd bolt. After you unscrew that 10 mil, slide it right up. And now you have access to that bolt. One way or another, we're gonna get access. There you go. We can unscrew it. So we don't have enough play to get it out. We're gonna have to unscrew this control arm and this one. So both the lower control arms gonna get unscrewed. All right, so looking at the suspension, I think it's gonna be best if we unscrew this one from here. So two E10s, I think. And then this other control arm from here, because we can actually take it out. This one you can't. It's stuck in there, so there'd be no point in that. All right, let's do it. All right, same thing. 16 wrench, 18 mil nut on the other side, and that's out. Now the point of that was to drop that arm. All right, so here's what I did. I unscrewed that one, and since that one is harder to get to and it sits in that cup where it can't drop, I did the two E12 bolts. First one's accessible, the other one you gotta have somebody spin the wheel all the way to the left for the passenger side, and you can put a socket on the other one. Get those bolts out, they look like that, and then you gotta hammer or crowbar this out. So now this is hanging. You see that? Now we can get the strut out of the knuckle. To get the strut out of the knuckle, you gotta hammer it. So I got this. I'm gonna put it right there in the hole. I'm gonna hammer this side. What I did is I screwed on the top ones again. So the top is flush and it's not bouncing with me. All right, so we did not need to take the top hat, none of this off, just this bolt. As you can tell, everything just dropped once you got the bottom out. So put the new spring on, put it back in. All right, so here's the difference. There's a big difference. Obviously the compression rating is different. These are a lot shorter to start off with. All right, so I assembled the new spring on there exactly how it's supposed to be. We're gonna put the bottom on the jack, and we're gonna put it in there, and then we're gonna press the jack until it goes all the way up back into the cup, the top hat. As long as everything aligns, we can tighten everything. Scratch all that. It's too much movement in that since that's loose and goose now. Take that off. One more bolt. E12 with the strut goes right into that top hat. I'm gonna get the spring compression tool out, compress this, put the top hat on, screw it on nice and tight, and then slide it back in. All right, so I decided to put in the top first. All 4 bolts, so that one is in there as well. Lined up, pins are in, that's fully tightened. Now we're like this. Now I'm gonna line that into here, pick this up, and then with the jack on the bottom of the control arm, I'm gonna press it in, and it has to go back to exactly where it was. All right, so we put this in, jacked it up, put PB Blast, some kind of oil in there, WD-40 would work. That way it glides in easier until you don't see the rust anymore. Put that bolt in, put the control arm in, screw this one back in. Then you gotta screw, this bolt has a bracket on, so don't forget that. This bracket, after you screw that on, you have to put this back on. The brake fluid line. All you gotta do is push it onto those 2 links like that. You're done. For those bolts, you will need to pass through 18 mil with a wrench like this and a T40 that goes through the hole. For this bolt, And there was one more bolt. Oh, for that bolt, same thing. 18 mil and 40 on top hat. And then don't forget to screw these two bolts back in, E12s, and then that bolt 18 and 16 mil. And voila, this side's done.